it's still unclear what his motives may have been.
President Trump says that during a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin, the two leaders will start negotiations to end the war in Ukraine. The phone call between the two leaders came after Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth made comments regarding the U.S. position in the war compared to that of its NATO allies. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has not been invited to take part in the first meeting. A scathing audit of Milwaukee Public Schools details a pattern of tense relationships with the school board, outdated technology, and a harmful internal culture within the district.
The audit is one of two commissioned by Governor Tony Evers and includes 29 recommendations for MPS, including restructuring its Human Resources Department and central office. The district has faced declining enrollment and teacher shortages for several years. The audit found ineffective leadership has disproportionately impacted the district's most vulnerable students. A second Governor Evers commissioned audit will explore MPS instructional practices, though it's unclear when that audit will be completed. Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
Reversing the reality of MPS will be no easy task for the next superintendent.
Greater Milwaukee Committee President Joel Brennan is hopeful Brenda Casilius attacks the issues head on.
I think part of the conversation that the community had with her, and I think she needs to understand here, is just the urgency.
Brennan's belief that an all-hands-on-deck approach is required. The bottom line?
We can't forget that this is really about 60,000 kids in the city of Milwaukee who need a better education, need us to do better by them in order to be the community we want to be.
Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
The contract for the next MPS superintendent begins July 1st. New mothers in Wisconsin who rely on Medicaid for postpartum health care only have access to coverage for 60 days. 48 other states provide that coverage for 12 months. A bill that would extend coverage in Wisconsin has been stuck in the state assembly. Kate Duffy, founder of advocacy group Motherhood for Good, recently testified, and she wasn't alone.
Doctors, physicians, people in the insurance industry. There was people from the pro-life groups, Catholic industries, everybody you could imagine, all testifying in support of the bill.
Duffy says each year in Wisconsin, about 50 mothers die after the 2 months postpartum period. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
It's here on consignment from over 10,000 nationwide partners. From very high-end, distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, to tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. Premium home decor priced right at 25 to 40% off retail prices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
Smart interior designers know that what they'll see here is going to be almost impossible to find anywhere else, especially at our consignment prices. Premium home decor that's gently loved and close to new. And what we carry can raise the wow factor of anyone's home decor. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange. Hi folks, this is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. A win for the Bucks as they head into the All-Star break. Kyle Kuzma stepped up with 19 points and 13 rebounds in the 103-101 win over the Timberwolves at Fiserv Forum. The Bucks get a break until February 20th when they host the Los Angeles Clippers. On the college hardwood, the Wisconsin women's basketball fell to the number 22 Michigan State Spartans 91-71. The Badgers travel to Penn State on Sunday. The men face number 7 Purdue on Saturday. Badgers sports updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited. Siding and a whole lot more. Taking a look at the roads with your WTMJ Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. Not too bad on the roads at this point this evening. One delay is just lingering on 94 eastbound. That's mostly between State Fair Park and the Menominee Valley. Otherwise, roads are looking mostly clear. Time for the WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight, clear and cold, a low of 4 degrees by the lake and 3 degrees below zero inland. On Friday, we'll see clouds rolling in with snow moving in late, a high of 27. On Saturday, occasional snow. We're looking at a total of 4 to 7 inches. By Saturday, a high of 33. On Sunday, partly cloudy, breezy, and a slight chance for snow showers, a high of 26. On Monday, mostly sunny, breezy, and very cold, a high of 8 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 10 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 9. In Waukesha, it's 10. And in Milwaukee, it's 15 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatzo, Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Good evening. How are you? Welcome to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. I'm excited to welcome a few guests this evening. First, the snow is here, and there is more coming starting for tomorrow night, according to the weather forecast. A lot of people, though, here in Wisconsin are ready to have fun in the snow. Granite Peak General Manager Greg Fisher is going to join us to update us on how to make the most on the snow on the slopes in our state. And another couple of guests joining me are from Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees. The originator and the star of the show, Greg Marshall, will be here. It's a one-person show. He had a sold-out performance last November at Vivarium. He was a guest just before that show, so he's back in the studio to tell us what to expect at his show. He has basically an encore planned for Saturday at Vivarium, and joining us will also be the director of his show, Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Tree, Dave Kang. So I look forward to getting to know. And if you haven't heard Greg Marshall yet, he's a storyteller, but he's a storyteller that rhymes. He does freestyle, so try and get him to do a sample of that for us. Plus, so many Summerfest bands. How do you choose? Yesterday, I was just giddy with every time I went back and looked at the release list of the lineup of bands. Now, they'll still book some local bands, and there's still some gaps at some of the stages. But really, overall, on all the 11 stages, the headliners for every day have been announced and some supporting bands. So it's almost 200 bands, and I've been combing through it. I spent a lot of yesterday going through to see the different styles of music and which bands jumped out at me and then which bands appeal to me because I've heard something good about them. Well, I'll share some of the favorites from all styles of music mentioned to me in the past day by teammates here at the Good Karma Brands office. Plus, I'll tell you the top 3. I did narrow it down to the top 3 must-see performers that I'm excited to see. And I welcome your input on Summerfest throughout the show tonight. Use that Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Actually, if you text the word FEST, F-E-S-T, text FEST to 855-616-1620, we'll send you the link. So you can go ahead and click through on that link, see the lineup, and you can even see the Facebook Live that I did yesterday going through the lineup in detail. So text FEST to 855-616-1620. Text your favorite bands that you're excited to see or call in and tell me. I love to talk music. So join the conversation about the newly released Summerfest band list. Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. And that number is handy right now, and it'll be handy again later in the show to win free tickets. You heard that number, 855-616-1620. I have a pair of tickets to give maybe you, if you're the right caller, to the Nary Milwaukee Spring Home Improvement Show. It's tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. You can buy your tickets at narymilwaukee.org right now, or you can call me right now, 855-616-1620. Caller number 7 will win free tickets to the NARI Milwaukee Spring Home Improvement Show this weekend at Wisconsin State Fair Park Expo Center. Get inspired to remodel or improve your home. 855-616-1620 on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line. Good luck in getting you updated on Summerfest bands, including 3 of my must-sees. Next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Hey, WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a great idea for your weekend. Hang out with us on Experience Wisconsin. Saturdays at 1 o'clock, we're going to check in with communities across the state for the best and the brightest spots. We will highlight things that take place indoors, things that are outdoors, things that it doesn't matter what the weather holds, will allow you to have an absolute great time. Hey, we're going to head indoors this week. It's going to be fun. The NARI Spring Home Improvement Show takes place, and we will be joined by an expert from NARI. It's Experience Wisconsin, Saturdays at 1 on WTMJ.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You've been dealing with it forever, right? That ankle pain or the back or knee pain. It was a nuisance at first, and you kind of just put up with it. Now it's nearly debilitating for you, and it's affecting everything you do. It's time to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that pain that's always just kind of been there. You don't even remember how long it's been now. Call QC Kinetics. Groundbreaking treatments for arthritis pain, long-term relief. It is possible. Joint pain doesn't get better with time. So before it's absolutely debilitating, see if you're a candidate for this life-changing regenerative treatment. No painkillers, no surgery, no downtime. QC Kinetics regenerative treatments are sweeping the nation. Patients right here in southeast Wisconsin. They have a location in Mequon and another in Greenfield. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. And if it's easier on your schedule, they're even open on Saturdays. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
Grab your to-do list and head to Fleet Farm for Project Days, happening now through the 26th. Carhartt fans get a free $20 gift card with every $100 worth of Carhartt gear. Good on your next Fleet Farm purchase. Sprout Sweet Mix for horses and livestock is just $8.99 a bag. And save $50 on a Milwaukee M18 Compact Brushless Drill Driver Kit, now only $149. Don't miss Project Days for great buys on all things DIY at Fleet Farm. Home of the best prices, guaranteed.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. I'm Sandy Maxx, and that is the sound of the Lumineers there. Just announced yesterday, they will be headlining Summerfest. That's a big deal. And Hippocampus, who's in town right now, is opening for the Lumineers on July 5th at the American Family Insurance Amphitheater. Bless Hippocampus. They were supposed to play last night, but the snowstorm postponed their show. So good for them. They can perform, and it'll be a complete opposite experience when Hippocampus is back in July after being here in February for the snowstorm. So Lumineers, AmFam Insurance Amphitheater on July 5th with Hippocampus opening. That was the big headliner announced yesterday. So focusing on the bands that had not been announced until yesterday, because I could go through all the headliners, but you've heard, Def Leppard and those good bands, Hozier, James Taylor. Okay, I'll tell you anyway. Lady Wilson, The Killers, Megan Thee Stallion, Benson Boone, and the Lumineers are the big AmFam Insurance Amphitheater headliners. And there is one headliner to be revealed, and that will be the July 4th headliner. And the only hint that we have is that it's blurred out and it doesn't look like a long name. If you text the word FEST, F-E-S-T, to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620, we will send you a link with the lineup so you can browse that, because there are so many bands. How do you choose who to see, or how do you even find out if your favorite band is playing? We're here to help, and I want to know your picks, so please do share. And first, I will tell you my top 3 must-sees, and it was really hard. But I have reasons. Of course, I have reasons for each of them, and I think this stage is going to be packed. Natasha Bedingfield. Yeah, who wrote Unwritten over 20 years ago. It was a reality show, The Hills. It became really popular there, but became popular on TikTok. I think her performance is just going to have a packed stage. Natasha Bedingfield is going to be on Friday, June 19th. First Friday of Summerfest on the free Briggs and Stratton big backyard stage. So I think, that's just a song of empowerment and positivity. And she's got other music as well. But Natasha Bedingfield, I think that is going to be one of the big energetic shows of Summerfest. And this band, I'm telling you, you want to see. This was the band that I gasped when I saw them on the poster yesterday. Devo. Whip It. They are going to be performing June 26th on that free Uline stage. They are iconic. They are 80s. If you go back and watch any of their videos, they're creative, they're bizarre. And I saw Devo, 2012, Lollapalooza, and it was a hot Friday afternoon at 4 o'clock, and they were incredible. They had their yellow jumpsuits and their plant pot heads and hats, and they just brought the energy. They even had cheerleading pom-poms that they brought out. Not cheerleaders, but just the pom-poms. So really a great, iconic band to go see. And if you want to sample, Devo is on the big SNL 50 concert tomorrow night at Radio City Music Hall, and you can stream that concert, that SNL 50 show, live on Peacock. So you can get a taste of what Devo will be like at Summerfest. So Natasha Bedingfield and Devo are two of my must-sees, and I'm going to tell you, I don't think you would guess my third must-see. It is very, very, very niche, but they are very beloved to me, because you know how you hear a band and it takes you right back to a moment in your life or a time? This is Tripping Daisy. This was their biggest song, I Got a Girl. Tripping Daisy, their first album came out in 1992. It was called Bill. I wore out the tape on my cassette over and over playing the album Bill. I really was into Tripping Daisy. They reunited last year, and they're coming to Summerfest on July 4th at the U.S. Cellular Connection stage. So I am very excited about Tripping Daisy. It's okay if you aren't, and it's okay if you've never heard of them before, because that's what Summerfest is about, discovering bands as well as seeing your beloveds. So go ahead, feel free, share your picks for Summerfest. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ Talk and Text Line 855-616-1620. Love to know who your picks are. I see some coming in already. I'll get to those. And if you want to see what the lineup is, text the word FEST, F-E-S-T, to 855-616-1620 as we cope with the snow. But we'll have fun in the snow, too, about 6:35. But as we think about summer in the midst of the snow. And I've got some more suggestions, because like I said, this has been a hot topic around here. A couple of gals I'm getting to know on the Good Karma Brands team, they shared their favorites with me, ranging from rap to Disney days to country. Hear the voices and opinions of Gina and Allie next on What's on Tap.
I'm Libby Collins. This week on WTMJ Conversations, we're talking with Stephanie Grady. You remember her as a news anchor on Fox 6, but she's got a new business helping young people.
That's what you are all about in that moment, in that chapter of your life. But we try to help these kids and the parents see that this is an amazing piece of who you are, but it's just a piece, and you have more to bring to the table.
WTMJ Conversations, Sunday mornings at 11 on WTMJ.
Do you know or work with kids who have special healthcare needs? Help them live their best lives. Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Our specialists will connect you with services in your area. Wisconsin Wayfinder is free and confidential. Call 877-947-2929 or visit dhs.wi.gov/WISCWAY. Connect today. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
Get your rock solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
So how would I describe our people? I'd say the people we set out to hire have to be smart, hardworking, and honest. Honesty being paramount of the three. Because honesty breeds integrity. And when you have integrity, you won't let yourself do anything less than your best. And that's who we're looking for. Character counts here, and integrity matters. That's why it's easy for us to offer the industry's best lifetime workmanship warranty with every roof we sell. A rock-solid warranty like ours guarantees our reputation and assures your satisfaction. At Semper Fi, we do the right thing. We seize the moral high ground and we hold it. And when you do that, you end up having a business that's going to last for generations. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
We're on the air in 3, 2...
Hey, it's Vince Vitrano.
John Mercure here.
Wait, does that car say Pella on the side? What's Gina Della doing here?
Sorry, I'm late.
We're on the air in 3, 2.
Recognize my voice? Get used to it.
Talk all things Windows, business, and being a boss in more ways than one with Gina Della Frapella's very own show right here on WTMJ. Starting February 1st, tune into What's the Difference every Saturday morning at 6:30 or stream anytime on WTMJ.com.
What a tease.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
My name is Gina Cusho. I'm the producer for Wisconsin's Midday News, and the 3 performances I'm most excited to see at Summerfest this year are Ian Dior, the Plain White Tees, and Riley Green. A little mix of everything.
She nails it. It is a mix of everything. I love that. That is Gina. You can hear, well, you don't hear her, but you hear her magic during Wisconsin's Midday News, producing with Greg Metzik and Jessica Ty. So, Gina, this is who you're hearing now. She wants to see Ian Dior. And this is the song Emotions. It's kind of melodic rap storytelling, tossing a little hip-hop swagger. Ian Dior, June 21st at the Generac Power Stage. And she mentioned Plain White Tees. Everybody can sing along to Hey There, Delilah. I can just hear the whole crowd singing along now. That was a huge acoustic love song for them that had people in the 2000s feeling all the feels. And Plain White Tees, from not too far away. If you remember, they're from Lombard, Illinois. They're kind of like your next door neighbor dudes of pop rock. Plain White Tees, June 27th at the Generac Power Stage. Riley Green, country singer. If you've ever heard the song, I Wish Grandpa's Never Died. It's not all tearjerker songs, but that's Riley Green. He can get rowdy, too. June 27th at the BMO Pavilion. So those are just some suggestions. I would love to know yours. Jump on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Tell me who your favorites are on the newly released lineup yesterday. And if you missed out, because I know it was a busy day of closings and shoveling snow, you can easily get caught up. Just text the word FEST, F-E-S-T, text FEST to 855-616-1620. The Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line will help you curate and choose who you want to see. And I chatted with another music fan on staff here about her top 3 Summerfest must-see bands.
Hi, I'm Allie Farmwald, one of our marketing managers here at GKB Milwaukee.
And Allie, who are you excited to see at Summerfest this year?
My top 3 artists that I'm most excited to see are the Lumineers, Benson Boone, and Allie and AJ.
All right, why the Lumineers?
Oh my God. The Lumineers, my husband and I are obsessed with. We saw them for the first time at Hangout Fest in Gulf Shores, Alabama on the beach, and they were the finale headliners, so there were fireworks, and it was just like the most magical experience. And so we've seen them a few more times after that, including at the amphitheater, including at Fiserv Forum the day before the world shut down in the pandemic. So they just have a lot of like memorable nights for my husband and I, but I also just love their music.
Like you said, it's magical.
Yeah.
It's so emotional to see one of your favorite bands.
Yes, 100%, 100%.
Benson Boone.
Yes, he kind of new on my radar, but already bought tickets to his show with some girlfriends. Definitely just going to make it like a girls' night out. Loved his Grammy performance. Really excited for some fun girl time and to listen to an awesome new artist.
That powder blue sequined skin-tight jumpsuit caught your attention, but his acrobatics, when he's doing side flips off the top of a grand piano. And you've worked with Mango.
Yeah.
You used to work with the Milwaukee Bucks, so I know you know acrobatics.
Yeah.
Have you heard that that's the kind of performance that Benson Boone typically does, or was he just showing off at the Grammys?
It seemed like maybe a little extra for him, but I also don't know because, I mean, he's new to like the popular scene, right? So I'm sure there's lots of people that have been following him for years, but I'm curious if now that'll be his new standard. He kind of set the expectation, so I think everyone's expecting some high-flying tricks from now on out.
And your name is Allie. Why did you choose Allie and AJ as one of your top 3 Summerfest bands?
Outside of them having an awesome name, even though I do spell it differently, but that's okay. I grew up on Allie and AJ, watching them on Disney Channel. They were in the movie Cowbells, which was so fun, but I loved their music. I had them on CDs. The song Insomnia or a potential breakup song, like that was just such like my middle school era, and like their music, I will remember the lyrics, I think, until the day I die. Going to try to go to the show with my younger sister and some friends from like middle school, high school, because that's just like such our nostalgic era.
Music bringing people together. And you know how Summerfest is. I feel like when you walk up and down, you almost always see somebody that you haven't seen in a while. I feel like Allie and AJ is going to bring a lot of school friends together like that.
Oh, yes, 100%. Like, I know, again, a bunch of girls my age or just friends are like, wait a second, I haven't seen them in years or thought about them in a while. So I know they're kind of making a comeback. They've been doing some podcast tours and things, but just really excited to see them and have like a fun night with some friends.
Is Allie and AJ a type of show where you plan an outfit?
Ooh, that's a good question. Like, might have to pull out some like graphic tees or like trying to think of what I would have worn back then in middle school, like Hollister and Ugg boots and all that. So maybe we'll make it a little theme dress code. That would be fun.
That's fun. That is Allie Farmwald, one of my teammates here, and she did used to work for the Milwaukee Bucks, so she knows those acrobatics. But Allie and AJ, if you're as excited as she is, that is June 19th on the Briggs & Stratton Big Backyard Free Stage. And I love finding out other people's excitement and what their jam is. And also, like I said, it's almost 200 bands that were released by Summerfest yesterday for the 3 weekends of Summerfest. So, cherry picking and figuring out what you can see on your schedule is fun. And 262 texted in on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. This person wants to see Devo, as do I, one of my all-time recommendations. Devo playing for free June 26th at the Uline Warehouse. Also wants to see a band called Baby Metal. Now, if this is correct, Baby Metal is a Japanese metal band. That's where you open your horizons. Baby Metal playing July 5th at Uline Warehouse. Texting in also Sebastian Bach, former lead singer of Skid Row. See, there is a wide variety. We haven't really talked about the rock and the classic rock yet, but Sebastian Bach will be commanding the Uline Warehouse stage on July 3rd. And Social Distortion. Man, I dig some Social D. I've seen them several times at a variety of smaller clubs and bigger venues. But that's just some really classic California punk, but pop punk. And Social Distortion is playing July 4th on the Miller Lite Oasis stage. I used to be able to play ball and chain a little bit on my guitar. But Social D, Devo, Baby Metal, Sebastian Bach, more of the bands that you can see. Again, if you want to text the word FEST to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line 855-616-1620, we will send you a link that has a list of all of the bands that were announced yesterday. And I'd love to know your musical taste, because what's fun, we just heard Gina. Gina's top 3 ranged from rap to country and to pop. So you can stroll around and hear musical styles of all kinds. So FEST, F-E-S-T, text that to 855-616-1620. We'll get you the lineup so you can make your best Summerfest plan. And I want to know who you want to see. Taking your calls all the way until 8 o'clock here on What's on Tap on WTMJ. Where are my snow lovers at? Get the good news from Granite Peak about the conditions there and what they have planned for your winter fun next on What's on Tap. First, keeping you updated on weather and more from the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here's Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Sandy. Justice Janet Protasewicz rejects a request by state Republicans to recuse herself from a case that seeks to restore collective bargaining rights to public workers. Her decision comes as the state's high court declined to hear the Act 10 case before it first goes through a lower appeals court. Justice Brian Hagedorn withdrew from the case in January because he helped write the law when he was serving as then Governor Scott Walker's chief legal counsel. The court probably won't hear the case until after the April 1st spring election. And a cooler recalled for injuries, including amputated fingers. Igloo is recalling more than 1 million of its coolers that have a toe handle and which can pinch users' fingertips against the product. The company has received 12 injury reports in the U.S., ranging from lacerations and bone fractures to fingertip amputations. The affected model is the Igloo 90-quart flip and toe rolling cooler. Consumers should stop using these coolers immediately and can contact Igloo for a free replacement handle. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. We have one incident out on the road right now at I-43 North, 1.2 miles beyond the ramp from County C in Ozaki County. The left shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle. Other than that, roads are looking clear at this time in the Milwaukee area. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight we'll go and get some clear and cold skies with a low of 4 degrees towards the lake and 3 degrees below zero inland. Friday, we'll get some increasing cloud coverage and with some moving snow coming in late in the evening with a high of 27 degrees. Saturday, we'll get an occasional snow with 4 to 7 inches expected with a high of 33 degrees. Sunday is going to be partly cloudy, breezy with a slight chance of snow showers and a high of 26 degrees. And Monday is going to be mostly sunny, breezy, and very cold with a high of 8 degrees. Right now in Eau Claire, it's 3 degrees. In Palmyra, it's 8 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 17 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 6:32.
As an independent tire and service center, our loyalty is to you, not the manufacturer.
It's the tire manufacturer's goal to design a superior tire.
But it's our job to ensure the right tires are properly installed on your vehicle.
A service our family has been independently providing for the past 2 generations. So make no mistake about it, our loyalty is to you.
And the dozens of tire brands we carry, like Goodyear, General, and Pirelli,
or Continental, Kelly, and Dunlop, well, that's for you too.
Because we won't know what type of tire you need until you get here.
So instead, we carry them all.
Because we install them all.
And every tire we install automatically comes with free flat tire repair.
Which means you're 100% covered.
No questions asked.
I guess you could call it family tradition.
Be safe, buckle up, and hey.
Always make sure you've got good tread on your tires. I'm Brett Matchke with Richlands. Your
due for service.
Richlands Tire and Service. Such a refreshing change. Richlands.
Hey, this is WTMJ's Steve Scavini for Heiser Automotive. I love talking about Heiser. Just picked up a 2023 pre-owned with very low mileage Chevy Silverado 1500 LT, beautiful glacier blue. Love it. Looks fantastic. It's got a black cloth interior. Every time I get in this truck, I say, that is amazing. 8-speed automatic transmission. Awesome mileage MPG for a truck. 24 city. Get this, 29 highway. Towing capacity, payload is big, all the things you love about Heiser. Here's what I love about Heiser, all the great programs. Whether you're talking a pre-owned or new, Safe and Sound program, right? Vehicle exchange program, right? Love it or exchange it. Valid on new or pre-owned vehicles, which is what I was talking about. Purchase or lease for the comfort of your own home. Roadside assistance for life. All the things you love about Heiser is all the reasons why they say every day and why I always tell people at Heiser Automotive, today's your day.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
It's a beautiful day. That's what a lot of people who love the snow are saying. And for those of you who've been wishing for snow all this time, you got it now, don't you? There's fun to be had once you get past the clearing out the driveway and the sidewalks and the stairs. I'm Sandy Maxx, and I am joined by Granite Peak Ski Resort General Manager Greg Fisher. Welcome to What's on Tap, Greg, and how are you feeling after this first big snowfall of 2025?
Yeah, we're doing really good. It's really nice to have some beautiful snow freshening up our slopes here, and we got some more coming into the area on Friday. So,
yeah.
How long? Been really enjoying it.
Greg, how long have you had snow down at Granite Peak? Because, around Thanksgiving was kind of mild, and we know the past couple of Wisconsin winters have been unpredictable. When did skiing start at Granite Peak?
December 6th, we opened up. So we We typically open right around the Wednesday of Thanksgiving is always our target date. It was a week later than we had hoped, but it was still relatively on time. We shoot for early December and Thanksgiving time frame. So the last 2 years we've been open right around the first week of December.
And this is not your first rodeo. I mean, you've been doing Granite Peak for decades. What sets Granite Peak apart from other Midwest ski destinations? What makes you proud of Granite Peak?
I think what it comes down to is it's our snowmaking. We have a superior snowmaking system here that really can make a lot of snow in a really quick amount of time. And we're one of the bigger resorts here in the state, and we kind of pick away at it early on in the year, and we're pretty consistent about getting open, like I said, right around that first weekend of December or so. And then we stick it out until about mid-April every year. And that's really our goal, is to kind of provide not only great conditions, but long seasons. And we're destined to go right until about April 6th or even the weekend after.
But that's luckily because you're creating the snow. We don't have to wait for another snowfall like this in the early April.
Yeah, like Mother Nature, as long as she provides the cold, which there's been plenty of cold this year. Definitely was a little mild early in December, but once January rolled around, it was nice and cold, and none of that snow that we made went anywhere this year, unlike last year, which we had a little bit more of a turbulent up and down temperature-wise.
Yeah, and where exactly is Granite Peak for those who are interested in skiing but haven't been to see you yet?
Yeah, we're right outside of Wausau. We're in a small village called Rib Mountain. Actually, is what we are on, Rib Mountain State Park here, which is a pretty cool geographic kind of landmark in the area. It's the second tallest point in Wisconsin, and we're basically drive up I-39, and right as it turns into 51. In the city of Wausau, we're the first exit off that area. Conjunction of 29 and 39.
Talking with Granite Peak General Manager Greg Fisher about the fun that could be had in the snow. Now, you have some fun events coming up that I want to ask you about, but talking about snow making, what would surprise people about that process? Because that's a massive area, Rib Mountain, that's a massive area to cover. So lots of people can get on skis and snowboards.
Yeah, it is. It's a massive project. We have 255 snowmaking machines here. They vary in size, but a majority of them are what called our tower fan guns. And they look like a small, like a jet engine, essentially, up on a tower. And what happens is we shoot pressurized water into these fan guns. They have a big fan on the back, and it pushes the water out through these small nozzles, which is like a pressure washer, and it shoots it up into the air, and then it crystallizes as it falls down, just like natural snowfall. So
looks like Christmas every day.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It is a process. It's not something that you can hook up in your backyard and use your hose. It has to be really high pressurized water so that it's moving at high speeds. And each one of these fan guns has its own onboard air compressor that helps get the snow out there. So we're very lucky. We've invested a lot of millions of dollars into snowmaking technology over the course of the last 3 decades, and we're very blessed to have such a great system and a crew that is works 24/7 whenever we have the temperatures to do so.
Well, as much as we joke around, around here in the Midwest, enjoy summer. It's only 3 months long. It's like, well, some of this prime ski weather is really about 3 or 4 months long too. So you want to have the best snow for as long as possible.
Yeah, the ski season it is short, but we make the best of it here, and we try to make it as long as possible for as long as people want to go skiing.
So you got skiing and snowboarding, obviously the big draws, but I see on your website that you have a really fun event coming up for Mardi Gras. Tell us about the Mardi Gras Family Fest. I see kids are dressed up in colorful masks on top of their coats.
Yeah, we do 3 family festivals every year. We have one around Christmas, and then we do one whenever Mardi Gras falls. And this year it's Fat Tuesday is I think it's the March 3rd or something like that. And so we do it the weekend after. And yeah, it's a fun event. We get about 20,000 beads up on the mountain and hand those out to kids, parents, whoever wants them, really. We get our lift attendants out there. We have a couple ski and jesters that are within our ski school that go out, and they'll have tons of beads. Do a fun scavenger hunt with that have clues all over the mountain for kids to go find. More of your specialty beads. We get some really cool ones that are a little bit more unique. And we have fireworks at night. Friday night, we actually kick things off with a really cool rail jam called Show Us Your Tricks, and the same concept where, kids in freestyle, hitting rails and jumps and everything, they try to get as many beads as possible, and then they're crowned king and queen. So it is a fun event that we do. And then we have another one at the end, a spring festival that's going to be a tropical theme. We have a pond skim during that. And then we round it out with a cool cardboard sled race for our last weekend of the season in April.
That sounds like a good time at Granite Peak. You know how to throw a party in addition to making that snow.
Yeah, the spring is a lot of fun here. We like to do a lot of events. It tends to, bring out some fun crowds. And not only is it, fun for skiers, but it's also very spectator friendly. And we have live music every weekend, and we try to have a good time, whether it's cold and snowy or, 55 degrees and sunny and still some soft snow out there. So.
And Greg, for somebody, leave us with one tip for somebody who is listening and goes, oh, that sounds like so much fun, but I don't really know how to ski, or I haven't skied in a long time. What's one tip that you would give to have somebody feel confident and have fun there? Yeah,
I mean, if they're haven't skied in a long time, maybe come out and take a lesson, or if it's your first time, we do group lessons and we do private lessons every weekend and every day, actually. If it's somebody who's looking to maybe, not sure if they want to go for a full day, we offer night skiing every single day of the year. We're open till 9 o'clock at night. It's a cheaper lift ticket. Wednesday nights, we do Wisconsin Wednesdays. We offer $20 lift tickets, $20 rentals. It's a pretty good deal. And actually, we have a $75 bundle where you can get lift, lesson, and rental all together. And that way, you can check it out, see if it's for you. If it's not for you, hey, go up to the bar, have have a cocktail, watch other people do it, enjoy some music.
Hey, enjoy the winter fun. Thank you so much. He is Greg Fisher, General Manager of Granite Peak. SkiGranitePeak.com, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having us on.
Oh, thanks so much. And enjoy the winter weather and the fresh snow that's going to fall tomorrow.
Oh, thank you so much. I definitely will.
Take good care. He is Greg Fisher, General Manager of Granite Peak. And next on What's on Tap, a brand new children's book celebrating a local legend.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Team up with the Brewers for an epic company event this season. Gather your crew of just 15 or more for a Brewers group outing and trade weekday meetings for a fun-filled day at American Family Field. Featuring options like tailgate spaces, all-inclusive areas, seating blocks, and more. Plus, Brewers ticket representatives will make planning your event easy, as they'll be your concierge while you book your event. Start planning your company outing today at brewers.com/groups.
Many times, patients have symptoms they didn't know were actually related to their airway breathing issues.
I was suffering from sinus issues, jaw issues, and neck pain. I guess I just kind of had my breaking point.
Unfortunately, this is typical. But until you get to the root of your problem, it's going to just persist. Fortunately, Jody took action, and the results were typical as well.
My quality of life is so different, but one of the first things that I noticed was my breathing. I don't ever remember being able to breathe like that.
Being able to breathe freely is life-changing, and the effects can go beyond that.
Sleeping better, having more energy, and it seemed as if all of those symptoms that I had just melted away.
And thank heavens for that, because at Advent, results are what drive us, helping you breathe well so you can live better.
Results may vary. Most insurance accepted.
When you work at St. Vincent de Paul Thrift Stores, you'll be helping us help others. There are many that need our help, and we need your help to carry out our mission. St. Vincent de Paul is always looking for part-time team members. You'll get competitive pay, benefits, and flexibility in scheduling. So apply online at svdpmilw.org or stop by Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, or 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
Thank you for joining me tonight for What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Handcrafted, homegrown, world-class. Discover more at visitmilwaukee.org. And it is Black History Month, and there is a very strong local story that is part of Black History Month being celebrated with a brand new children's book. It's called Valiant Vel. Vel Phillips and the Fight for Fairness and Equality. And if you go to our WTMJ YouTube live stream, you can see this book cover, and I share with you because it really is beautiful. You can text the word WATCH to the Citing Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Text WATCH to 855-616-1620. We'll send you a link so you can watch along. But this is written by a Milwaukee resident. Her name is Jerry Ann Hazlett. Extensively researched, but also entertainingly written to inspire young ones. But the illustration is by a local artist named Aaron Boyd. And he has also illustrated a children's book about very respected civil rights leader John Lewis. So it's a beautiful way to be engaging and tell the story, very artful way. And if you're saying, I've heard Vel Phillips' name, I've seen it on buildings, there's a plaza on Wisconsin Avenue, I know she's got a statue on Capitol Square in Madison, but I don't really know who she is, I'm here to help. Vel R. Phillips, was the first African-American and first woman elected to Milwaukee's Common Council, and she really dedicated her life to fair housing policies and preventing discrimination for those who were trying to buy or even rent a home. And as you know, it still is a challenge in modern times. And she really made some headway, though, and has inspired others. And it's a great way to keep her legacy alive after she passed away in 2018, is by having these tributes to her in physical form, but also in an inspiring book. And there are 2 book signings coming up for Valiant Vel Phillips and the Fight for Fairness and Equality. And you can meet the illustrator and the author on Saturday at 1 o'clock, Milwaukee Public Library Central Branch at Centennial Hall. They're going to have a gathering there, a book signing, and Vel Phillips' son, Michael Phillips, will also be a guest, and he contributed to the book. He wrote an afterword and also a glossary and a list of resources. So the parents and children alike who are reading Valiant Vel Phillips, The Fight for Fairness and Equality, can be inspired and act on that. And also, another book signing is on Monday evening at the Bronzeville Center for the Arts, Gallery 507. And they're at 507 North Avenue. And that'll be a book signing and discussion in that gallery there Monday evening at the Bronzeville Center for the Arts. And bonus, tomorrow, 6:15 on What's on Tap, illustrator and artist and all-around good guy, Aaron Boyd, will be my guest in the studio, so we can find out even more about what it takes to research and find the inspiration and be as historically accurate as possible with the illustrations that support the words. So that is a tip of the cap to those who are celebrating Black History Month and a couple events to get to. The song you need to hear is by the band out of all the performers announced for Summerfest so far. The band I'm most excited to see. It's the song you need to hear next on What's on Tap.
What we've found is that when you have workers who feel valued, you get better results. This is why good people and good culture should matter to anyone looking for an exterior remodeling company they can trust. It's going to be your experience and the end result that gives you peace of mind, because you'll know your work was done by people who care. We realized early on that if we were going to change the reputation of this industry for the better, that finding good workers that you could trust to do great work was going to be the key. We're attracting good people every day because we take care of our people. We want to make sure they feel important because they are. And we're going to make sure you feel important and valued too, with excellent customer service and high quality work. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Come see Pal at the Neary Spring Home Improvement Show February 14th through the 16th. Learn about our incredible design team with an ability to customize windows to match your unique home. Pal Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is now offering windows as low as $22 per month and doors as low as $89 per month. Rest easy with our 10-year installation warranty. Book your in-home consultation at the show and receive a complimentary DesignWorks consultation and a Pella Care inspection. Visit PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions apply.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after, an in-depth recap of every Bucks game in 6 minutes. No more, no less. Bucks in 6 provides game recaps for every game. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis.
Puts it on the floor, spins down the lane, and plunges it through.
Or the deep threes from Dame.
Dame time has arrived with 107.
Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus Audio Network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts.
You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
You just can't pass on Less is Glass. Find us at lessglassservice.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ. And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes are going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
And I am very excited about Summerfest. Yesterday, they released their full lineup of bands on all 11 stages for all 3 weekends. And one band jumped out at me. It's a band that I loved in 1992. And I played their first album so much on cassette that I wore it out. This might surprise you, but the one band that I am super, super most excited about at Summerfest is Tripping Daisy. They are playing July 4th on the U.S. Cellular Connection stage. They have reunited. They're even recording new music. And I did some research, and I think they'll play this one at Summerfest. It's Tripping Daisy. 1 through 4 is the song you need to hear on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Hey Milwaukee, it's Josh Albrecht here.
And I'm also Josh Albrecht. Join us every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. on 620 WTMJ for Joshin' Around Milwaukee.
We're diving into the best of what makes this city great. Local events, hidden gems, and of course, everything Milwaukee.
It's your inside look at what's happening around town, places to visit, people to meet, and stories you won't want to miss.
Catch us every Saturday at 1:30 p.m. right here on 620 WTMJ and find extended episodes and content on visitmilwaukee.org. Let's get Joshin' around.
Two Joshes are better than one.
Hey, it's Valentine's Day weekend. Don't forget your sweetheart. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I highly recommend taking your love to the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club for a free dinner, even on Valentine's weekend. Unbelievable. Savor the grilled tenderloin Oscar, seafood, pecan-crusted salmon, pasta, a big fresh salad, steak and lobster, any entree, and your second dinner is free, even this weekend. Homemade desserts and ice cream drinks, too. I love the chocolate cake. I asked for 2 scoops of ice cream. It's great. Buy one, get one free. Relax with an old-fashioned, a Manhattan, an ice-cold beer. Choose from 20 bourbons or 100 wines and chill out in those 8 unique dining rooms, each with a wood-burning fireplace. Celebrate Valentine's Day tonight through Sunday with a free dinner at the Fox and Hounds. Winners of the Top Choice Award for Most Romantic Restaurant and Best Sunday Brunch. Just off Highway 167, 2 miles east of Holy Hill. It's spectacular. Call and reserve. foxandhoundsrestaurant.com. Happy Valentine's weekend.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
Get started with your no-hassle refi checkup by clicking on the blue button at Accunet.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. Breaking news as it happens. Stay up to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 17 degrees in Milwaukee. Tonight will be clear and cold with a low of 4 degrees by the lake and 3 below zero inland. Friday, we're going to get some increasing cloud coverage with some snow moving in late in the day with a high of 27 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brenda. Cleanup continues after the storm. Milwaukee's Department of Public Works declares a snow emergency Thursday. That means there is no parking on main streets from 10 p.m. tonight to 6 a.m. Friday morning, and parking on the odd number side of the street by 10 p.m. Designated MPS lots will also be available for off-street parking starting at 7 p.m. tonight until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. And there won't be garbage or recycling pickup for Milwaukee, but residents should still put the carts out and clear snow and ice around them to make it easier to collect. In Madison, the snow emergency continues until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Alternate side parking rules, including the snow emergency zone, mean parking on the even-numbered side of the streets in Madison. Sources tell ABC News the federal government layoffs have begun after the administration's offers of payment through September for workers who resign now, and just after Elon Musk told a global conference that entire agencies would be deleted. ABC's chief White House correspondent Mary Bruce reports from Washington.
75,000 federal workers have accepted the administration's buyout offer to get paid until September or risk being laid off. About 3% of the federal workforce, less than the 5 to 10% the administration was hoping for. That offer now closed. We're learning mass layoffs for those who didn't take the offer have begun, with thousands of people expected to be let go. The Department of Education firing 40 employees hired over the last year.
tense relationships with the school board, outdated technology, and a harmful internal culture. All laid out in the first of 2 audits of Milwaukee Public Schools commissioned by Governor Tony Evers. The audit found that years of declining enrollment, teacher shortages, and ineffective leadership have disproportionately impacted the district's most vulnerable students. Among the 29 recommendations are an overhaul of the Human Resources Department, a restructuring of the central office, and improved data infrastructure. Governor Evers also pledged resources to support MPS's work to implement the operational audit findings. In a response, MPS says the audit validates the progress we are making while also serving as a guide for continued improvements. Testing for lead poisoning in Milwaukee Public School students will continue. The City of Milwaukee Health Department is working with MPS and other state agencies to get more students tested for lead poisoning with testing site tents.
Once we have the sites identified, we will get the consents out to the parents at the schools that we're already in, and then we will continue to have the broader conversation of how we'll do additional testing sites for the broader community of MPS students.
MHD Commissioner Dr. Mike Todoritis is encouraging MPS families with children ages 0 to 6 and children with special needs to get screened for lead poisoning. Before you head out to vote next week, make sure you have what you need: keys, wallet, phone, and of course, ID.
No need to worry because you need an ID to vote. Good news, you still have time to get an official ID and it's free. Valid identification for voting purposes includes a driver's license, identification card, military or student ID. There's no separate, quote, voter ID, and it doesn't have to be a federally compliant real ID card, you know, the one with the little star on it, in order to vote. Check out WTMJ.com. We've got all the links for you to find out how to get your ID to vote. Debbie Lazaga, WTMJ News.
Eggs are already more expensive this year due in part to bird flu wiping out flocks of chickens. Outpost Natural Food Market Middlestat tells WTMJ egg substitutes can save you money.
Consumers are kind of scrambling, huh?
But they're not laughing. Eggs at more than $4 a dozen, Middlestat telling Wisconsin's Morning News. People are looking for options.
It's called Just Egg, and the name may sound a little strange because there are no eggs in it. They're eggs from plants.
Yeah, but do they taste good?
They taste pretty darn close to the real thing.
Vince Vetrano, WTMJ News.
For more tips on egg alternatives, you can text EGGS, EGGS, to the Siding Unlimited talk and text line 855-616-1620. Sports, traffic, weather, and next. Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News time is 7:05.
If you need a place for new home interior ideas, then you have to come talk to us. Our on-staff decorators know furniture, home decor, and a lot more. And they're not only creative, but also very willing to help you make great choices. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee. Stop in often because our inventory changes daily.
Design Exchange.
Previously, it has been gently loved. But here, you'll only find very well-conditioned premium home decor items that you likely won't find elsewhere. Distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original art, and other tasteful home decor at a value. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating taste come to find premium home decor on consignment at 25 to 40% off retail prices in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
You're right, and I'll agree. It does sound too good to be true, but offering you affordable treatment that alleviates pain, which really does work, that we've seen in most cases insurance paid for in full, is a definite reality. It's pain relief, really. And these are FDA-approved treatments. They're safe and proven to reduce inflammation and alleviate pain. Yeah, you'll have to get a couple of shots, and I know that can scare people. But the needle is extremely small. And after giving shots like this hundreds of thousands of times, you'll see we make it very easy. You're going to feel the relief that our powerful pain relief agents give you. They're pain relief drugs that solve pain problems. And the way I feel is that Rejuvenex should be the first stop for anyone living with pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. At $65 per joint, per injection, it's probably the most affordable pain relief option available that actually works. Rejuvenex Google reviews will tell you more.
Time for WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. A win for the Bucks as they head into the All-Star break. Kyle Kuzma stepped up with 19 points and 13 rebounds in the 103-101 win over the Timberwolves at Pfizer Forum. The Bucks got a break until February 20th when they host the Los Angeles Clippers. And on the college hardwood, the Wisconsin women's basketball team fell to number 22 Michigan State Spartans 91-71. The Badgers plan to travel to Penn State on Sunday. The men face number 7 Purdue on Saturday. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Sang Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Take a look at your roads for your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. You have one incident on the road right now at I-94 East at Wisconsin Route 175 South and Brewers Boulevard. The left lane is closed due to a crash at this time. Other than that, roads are starting to clear up around Milwaukee. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight it will be clear, cold, with a low of 4 degrees by the lake and a negative and 3 below zero inland. Friday, we'll get some increasing cloud coverage with snow moving in late in the evening with a high of 27 degrees. Saturday, we're going to get some occasional snow. 4 to 7 inches is expected. That's the total snow we are getting, and a high of 33 degrees. Sunday, partly cloudy, breezy, slight chance of snow showers and a high of 26 degrees. And Monday's going to be mostly sunny, breezy, and very cold with a high of 8 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 14 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 12 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 13 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 17 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 7:09.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Maxx.
Welcome back to What's on Tap, Hour 2. I am excited to roll out the red carpet for 2 guests. They'll be here in about 5 or 10 minutes. The star and the director of Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees. It is a one-person show that you can see Saturday at Vivarium, and come behind the scenes to find out how Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees came to be and why you should see it. And please share your Summerfest picks with me on the WTMJ, on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. Super excited that the full lineup was posted yesterday. If you text the word FEST, F-E-S-T, also, you can text that to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. If you text FEST to our number, we will send you back a link so you can catch up on the big announcements that were made yesterday and see all these bands that of all these styles that are going to be in our city for 3 weekends at the world's largest music festival. I shared my top 3 must-sees. If you missed it, you can go back to the podcast, or you can just ask me on the talk and text line. I'll tell you. But producer Nate Rilling is with me tonight. Nate, you're a music fan. Are you excited about who are your top 3 from the Summerfest lineup announcement yesterday?
So, to be honest, Annie, I didn't really know that many of the artists that are going to be on the lineup, but I was able to pick 3. My first one is Good Neighbors, as they're called, and they have this song that's playing right now. It's called Home. It's the only song by them I actually know, but it's a really good song. I like it a lot. Heard it on like social media or something, so that's one band that I think I might actually go see.
And see, that's the right vibe for Summerfest.
Yeah.
Like a band that you know you like one song. So for a festival atmosphere, sure, make time to check out Good Neighbors. That is June 21st on the Generac Power Stage. So circle that on your calendar.
Definitely. That's going to be one that I might actually try to get to.
Yeah.
The other one that I have is Young the Giant. I don't know that many songs of them either, but they also have one song called My Body. It's kind of popular. People might know what that one is.
I've heard a lot of buzz about Young the Giant.
Yeah, so that might be one that I'll check out too.
That's June 28th at the U.S. Cellular Connection Stage.
Yeah, so kind of similar vibe to Good Neighbors, I feel like. So kind of stepping away from that, I do like my rap songs, so I did pick out T Grizzly on there too. I'm kind of a T Grizzly fan, so those are my 3. But yeah, T Grizzly, Good Neighbors, and Young the Giant. So
T Grizzly. How did you get to know T Grizzly?
I'm a big basketball player, so a lot of my basketball guys, they like listening to T Grizzly, so they always play it when we're just messing around on the court. So that's kind of where I picked it up, and heard a few of his songs. So I got a couple of them in the playlist. But yeah,
I'm looking up on. I say, hold on. Because you get people excited. You want to see T Grizzly, and now I'm obviously not spelling it correctly.
It's T-E-E and then Grizzly.
There he is.
There you go.
There he is. It's Grizz L-E-Y. That's part of my problem. T Grizzly, July 5th at the Generac Power Stage. That's going to be fun.
Definitely.
Aw, thank you for sharing your Summerfest picks. And again, if you're listening right now, please join us for the Summerfest conversation. Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line is ready for you. 855-616-1620. Text in some of your favorites or call in. 855-616-1620. And Greg Marshall pops out of the trees. What you need to know about Saturday's show at Vivarium with the star and the director. Next on What's on Tap.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
But the car's stuck. No!
Start your search at adamm.com.
In 1964, we were making strides towards space travel.
Mary Poppins was the #1 movie in theaters.
And the Beatles were taking America by storm.
Which was long before I was born.
Facts. 1964 is also the year it all started for Richland's Tire and Service Centers. 60 years of continuous growth and more happy customers than you can shake a stick at.
Okay, the streamers are a bit overkill. It's just us in the studio.
All right. But it's important to know accomplishments like these aren't possible without a dedicated team. So hats off to them and our founder, my dad, Dick Mitchke, for understanding the importance of customer focus.
Facts. There's no 60 years of anything without you, the customer, which is why our focus will remain on you and only you for years to come.
Thank you from all of us here at Richland's Tire and Service Centers.
Richland's Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richland's.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
Welcome back to What's on Tap. And I am thrilled to have guests in the studio, especially creative guests, which is kind of the flow here, you know?
Yes.
Show about culture and creativity. And it is my thrill to welcome back to the studio Greg Marshall. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
And
thanks for hanging out.
My pleasure. Greg Marshall of Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees and director of this one-person show, Dave Kang. Dave, how are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining me. And before we jump into jumping out of trees, we've been talking Summerfest. Now, Greg, we just heard the figureheads as the music guiding us back into What's on Tap. So you are a musician. You have been a musician. You're a freestyle lyric flow. Are you excited about Summerfest?
I always enjoy Summerfest. We performed there 8 or 9 years in a row. I don't even know how many years, but it was
with the figureheads.
Yeah, and it was always very interactive with the families who were there. So we would bring kids on stage and make beats with them and get everybody dancing. And so I have a lot of amazing memories there. So yeah,
that's using music as community for sure. Have you seen the latest lineup? Are there 1 or 2 bands that jump out at you?
Yeah, I made my top list of people that I would like to see. Will I see them? I hope so, but there's no guarantee. But yeah, so I James Taylor stood out to me.
Wow, sweet baby James, a legend, an icon, an unmistakable voice. Yeah,
that would be super interesting. I've been starting to listen to Ben Rector a little bit.
And what's Ben Rector sound like?
Just nice, easy to enjoy.
Yeah,
thoughtful, depth to him. I heard some interesting things about how he does the business side of music. It's just pretty cool. And then Bone Thugs and Harmony.
There you go.
They're going to be there, huh?
Yeah. Wow. I've heard some. Yeah. See, and this is the beauty of just even talking about music. Of like, oh, wait a minute, I'm excited about that. So Ben Rector, June 21st at the Uline Warehouse stage, and Bone Thugs and Harmony, Juneteenth, that first Friday of Summerfest, June 19th at the Aurora Pavilion.
But Joy Oladokun, I don't know if you say her name right. That's how you say her name, but I guarantee that's going to be amazing.
Cool. That's on the Miller Lite Oasis stage on June 19th. And Dave Kang, you just lit up talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony.
With Summerfest, you never know who's going to show up like on the roster. So there's this band, Social Distortion, from the 80s. American punk band. I never thought I'd ever see them. So you lit up, Sandy.
Tattooed up, Mike Ness. I'm a big fan. Social D made my short list. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then Richard Marx wrote a song for Luther Vandross that always kills me. It was about Luther Vandross and his father. And so Richard Marx, he's written so many hits.
Yeah.
I would go just to see him perform this song.
I think he's one of those underrated songwriters that, people kind of think of him with the kind of big puffy hair and a few 80s hits, but he's a really prolific songwriter.
He's kind of
lived
a genius.
in Lake Forest, Illinois for a while. My old boyfriend used to see him at the post office. So I don't
so
know
random.
if he's still there, but yeah, it is random. Exactly. But Richard Marx, Keep Coming Back to You. It was a really smooth, slinky song. I'm a big fan of it. So Richard Marx, July 4th at the Uline Warehouse stage, and Social D, also July 4th on the Miller Lite Oasis stage. This is where we get into the triangulation of, oh no, how many songs can I see of this set on the same day and make it down to the other end of the grounds? So, but it's what a wealth of talent we're going to have here for 3 weekends for Summerfest. So thank you for sharing your musical tastes and joy of the festival. Now, Greg Marshall, tell me about... Basically, it's an encore performance of Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees. You joined me in November to talk about the Vivarium performance. How did that go?
Oh, it was wonderful. Yeah, it's a one-person show with storytelling and music, and it hit the way that we hoped it would. Afterwards, we got some videos of people talking about how they felt about it and got some really amazing feedback. And one of my favorite things was how one person said, I felt like every time I was feeling emotional and about to cry, you would make me laugh. And that was like, that just happened in a way that felt pretty miraculous. So it was great.
That's the ride. That's the drama. Because can you talk about the structure of the storytelling versus the style of the storytelling?
Yeah, the structure is really, it's just the honest story, but like the organization of it and tightening it is, I use a 3-act structure, a hero's journey in a 3-act. And I kept looking at this different stories and the big story and asking myself, like, what were those moments? Like, what's the inciting incident? What's the point of no return? What's the low point? And then just kind of constructing it that way was really helpful. And it helped me understand my own story better. So I actually love helping other people figure out whether that's like a company or an individual, like how do you understand your story in this way? It's pretty amazing.
Sounds like it's been very enlightening. And I say the structure where there has to be a story arc, but versus the style, what is your unique way that you present your one-person show?
Well, it's just me on a stage with a microphone, and the way that Dave and I have constructed is it's an interaction of me telling story, but also using a looping pedal with my voice and with a guitar to create music and help score it. But then Dave is triggering video and directing lights and different things to help augment and just kind of bring the story to life in other ways.
So, Dave, how did you learn that Greg wanted to do this show? And did he mention it to you and you went, I want to help with that? Or how did that journey to connect and collaborate with him come about?
Was it about a year ago, Greg?
Probably.
So
maybe more.
Greg had been performing these stories at Ex Fabula and some other places, and he had an instinct that I think this means something. It's some sort of performance on stage. And I said, well, it's a one-man show. That's what you're doing. You're like, what is that? So I remember giving him a reference. It was from 1998. John Leguizamo, the actor, he did. I don't know. A lot of people don't know this. He did these stage one-man shows on Broadway in the 90s. They're some of my favorite things ever. So I gave him Freak from 1998, and I in my mind instinctively I said, you're that, and you're one of those, and you want to make one of those things.
Yeah. And I knew I needed help, and I knew that he was the right person. He's just a master midwife of ideas and making creativity come to life. And so, yeah, I was asking him, like, would you help me with this? And he gave it some thought and then said yes.
Greg, just that turn of a phrase, master midwife of ideas.
Yeah.
That's quite poetic. How did the two of you originally meet?
We were part of sort of a think tank together that was actually from the East Coast. And we were connected through people who don't live here. And then we found out that we have a very shared vocabulary in terms of how we think about the world and culture, and we think deeply about similar things. And we started doing some work together in the branding, marketing world. And one day we were in New York walking through Central Park together and realizing how deeply in common things are with each other. And so we've just always had this kind of looking at each other like we should probably make stuff together and be around each other. So we've just always stayed that way. And Dave's he's a film producer. We're working on several projects, which is why I knew it was going to be challenging for him to make time for this too. But when I asked him, he's like, yeah, that's just kind of that bond that we've had for a long time now that we built on.
Greg Marshall. And what were you going to say, Dave?
I was going to say I have so much respect for Greg as a person and as an artist. And you use the midwifing metaphor that he needed to bring this to the world, this project. And I and a collective of artists that we worked together, collaborated with over the years, we knew if Greg needs to do this, we need to help him make this leap because this is what he does. He flies, makes his death leap, right, artistically, and then we have to help him land. So we had to do that.
You got good spotters.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing.
Greg Marshall and Dave Kang of Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees in the studio with me. I want to ask you more specifically about the title and some other magic moments of the show. So stay with us here on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
On Wisconsin's Morning News, we profile the average John or Jane Doe who had no idea when they got up one morning that they'd be saving a life, becoming everyday heroes. Olympic kite surfer Bruno Lobo.
I heard someone scream, and then I recognized that was someone drowning. I can use this sport to save a life, so yeah, this is my biggest trophy.
Everyday Hero, Thursdays at 6:40 on Wisconsin's Morning News, presented by Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living, transforming the culture of care.
So how would I describe our people? I'd say the people we set out to hire have to be smart, hardworking, and honest. Honesty being paramount of the three. Because honesty breeds integrity. And when you have integrity, you won't let yourself do anything less than your best. And that's who we're looking for. Character counts here, and integrity matters. And that's why it's easy for us to offer the industry's best lifetime workmanship warranty with every roof we sell. A rock-solid warranty like ours guarantees our reputation and assures your satisfaction. At Semper Fi, we do the right thing. We seize the moral high ground and we hold it. And when you do that, you end up having a business that's going to last for generations. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
WTMJ's Eric Bilstead here. You've been dealing with it forever, right? That ankle pain or the back or knee pain. It was a nuisance at first, and you kind of just put up with it. Now it's nearly debilitating for you, and it's affecting everything you do. It's time to get rid of that. Let's get rid of that pain that's always just kind of been there. You don't even remember how long it's been now. Call QC Kinetics. Groundbreaking treatments for arthritis pain, long-term relief. It is possible. Joint pain doesn't get better with time. So before it's absolutely debilitating, see if you're a candidate for this life-changing regenerative treatment. No painkillers, no surgery, no downtime. QC Kinetics regenerative treatments are sweeping the nation. Patients right here in Southeast Wisconsin. They have a location in Mequon and another in Greenfield. Call QC Kinetics today for your free consultation. And if it's easier on your schedule, they're even open on Saturdays. 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. Call QC Kinetics today.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx on WTMJ.
And in the studio with me, from the one-person show, Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees, is Greg Marshall, and the director of the show, Dave Kang. And gentlemen, the name catches your attention. Where does it come from?
There's the metaphor, a main metaphor of coming out of these trees at a point in the story where I think I'm doing one thing, I pop out the other side, and I'm in a totally unexpected situation that sort of sparks a story. But it becomes sort of a metaphor that ties everything together.
And Dave, is there one thing as a director that you think you have impacted the show in an important way? Because it's his story.
Yeah, I mean, I think understanding his voice and helping him shape what it is he wants to do. But from a technical perspective, there was Greg always wanted to learn how to loop his voice to create beats and just basically create a one-man band. And he brought that up, and I was like, well, I have one, and so I have to drop this off. And
Became Christmas.
So there were just a series of moments like that where I knew I can fix this part of the world by showing up with this thing,
with a looping pedal,
or this idea, or this reaction, or this feedback. And so, and at a certain point, Greg started calling me the director.
Well, you're great collaborators, and this sounds like a very unique theatrical experience. And I love that your November show at Vivarium was sold out, and that you got such great feedback. And by popular demand, Saturday at Vivarium. Are there tickets left?
Yes, there are some tickets left, and we would love to see more people come out.
And do you want to give a sample of your freestyle storytelling?
Yeah, sure, I could do that. I just need you to give me some topics that I could tie together.
Well, we have about a minute. Snow is on top of everybody's mind, don't you think?
Sure, snow. What else?
Do you want to go hokey and Valentine's Day?
Okay.
Dave, throw out an idea.
Looping pedals.
Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Do you want me to play a looping track for you?
Let's do it.
Here we go.
There it is. That's it. We got about 30 seconds, and I can barely hear the beat. That's okay, because I can just sort of tap my feet, and I know that the snow is gonna come, and it's okay because we have a nice drum in that space for you to listen to and feel this okay way about Valentine's Day happening the day before. It's the 15th, so open the door. See the flower petals and the looping petals, let them all come together like some medals around your neck because you won, and we bring this respect. And Sandy Maxx was so nice to let us come into the room and consume a little bit of what's happening in this womb that these ideas were formed in, and now they're coming out. I want to shout from the rooftop, and I should stop because we're out of time and the producer's getting nervous, so I'm going to swerve this over to the end. My friend, I'll stop there and let you off easy, brother. All right.
Greg Marshall of Greg Marshall pops out of the trees. See him live and creating those impromptu on-stage moments that you can only experience in person.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you very much. He is Greg Marshall, and Dave Kang, thank you so much for
Sandy.
Collaborating with Greg and directing this show. Again, Vivarium, Saturday night. Greg Marshall pops out of the trees. Pabst Theater Group, best way to get tickets?
Yep, Pabst Theater Group website. Look for the Vivarium venue, and they'll be right there.
Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Now we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center. Here is Sean Brinda.
Thanks, Sandy. Identifying the suspect killed in a gunfight with Milwaukee police. 24-year-old Isaiah Stott of Milwaukee was seen just before noon Wednesday firing shots with a semi-automatic rifle near 27th and Wisconsin on the city's near west side. A 37-year-old male officer returned fire, striking and killing the suspect. Another officer was injured by gunfire and is still recovering today. Oak Creek police are leading the investigation. And a new Marquette Law School poll national survey finds a majority of people approve of the work of the U.S. Supreme Court. Most of the support comes from the decisions to uphold the law to ban TikTok, supporting for a Texas law that would require IDs to access internet sex sites, and that President Trump should have received more of a penalty for his felony conviction in New York. Majority opposition came from the court's decision on immunity for some presidential acts. The public also believes that the Supreme Court has substantial power in relation to the president and Congress, with a large majority saying that the president is required to follow the court's rulings. And cleanup continues after the storm. Milwaukee's Department of Public Works reminds residents it can take up to 48 hours after a big snowstorm to get all the streets plowed. so there will be no garbage or recycling pickup for Milwaukee, but residents should still put the carts out and clear snow and ice around them to make it easier to collect. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. All the roads are clear at this time in Milwaukee, so you should have a clear drive this evening. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Tonight will be clear and cold with a low of 4 degrees by the lake and 3 below zero inland. Friday, we're going to get some increasing cloud coverage with snow moving in late in the day with a high of 27 degrees. Saturday, we're going to get some occasional snow. 4 to 7 inches is expected and a high of 33 degrees. Sunday will be partly cloudy, breezy with a slight chance of snow showers and a high of 26 degrees. Monday's going to be mostly sunny, breezy, and very cold with a high of 8 degrees. Right now in Eau Claire, it's 3 degrees. In Palmyra, it's 8 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 17 degrees. I'm Sean Brenda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:32.
Winning in the NFL comes down to the basics, blocking and tackling. In retirement, protection and income are the keys to success. Simply put, if you're nearing or in retirement, you can't afford a stock market crash. Hi, I'm Mitch Lyons. Having played on winning teams with the Steelers and Falcons, studying game film was a key to success. Now I'm a best-selling author and star in a new groundbreaking documentary film called The Retirement Deception. It unveils how the Wall Street machine has been deceiving us for decades and proves you don't need to risk your nest egg in the market to have the retirement you deserve. This film shows you exactly how to protect your retirement from stock market drops and produce more income than you thought possible. I want you to watch this film for free. Call today for your free copy of The Retirement Deception. I think you would agree 30 to 40 years of saving for retirement is at least worth a phone call to watch this film and see how you can improve your retirement. Call today to speak with an all-pro retirement specialist to get your free copy of The Retirement Deception. Call 844-763-2837. That's 844-763-2837. MitchLyonsWealth.com. Your best game plan to protect, grow, and win retirement.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
It's the perfect Valentine's heart.
The kind a schoolboy would draw.
It's the most adorable pendant we've ever created.
Innocent, fun-loving, and sweeter than honey.
Cute, cute, cute.
It's cherry red ceramic that's been through the fire.
We've been making ceramic jewelry for thousands of years.
Seriously?
Google it.
But this ceramic heart has things they didn't know about thousands of years ago.
Like what?
Diamonds. 18 of them.
These created diamonds were made for the one who sparkles like the sun.
I can see her in my mind right now.
It's the perfect Valentine's gift.
And it's only $128 at Kessler's.
Monica, what else do we have?
We have 4 different ways to say I love you.
Each pendant is a different shape covered in diamonds.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
An oval.
A square with rounded corners.
A teardrop.
And a heart.
Your choice, just $148 at Kessler's. For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
This is one of the many bands you could see at Summerfest. Oh, Nate, keep that going. Don't pot that all the way down yet. Psychedelic Furs are one of the nearly 200 bands that were announced yesterday by Summerfest, filling out the 3-weekend lineup for 2025. If you're as big of a fan of the Psychedelic Furs as I am, circled June 26th at the Generac Power Stage. That is the night they will be there. I have been delighting in taking your Summerfest picks on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Text in, call in, tell me who you are excited to see. And if you're going, well, how would I know if there's that many bands? I can help you with that. If you text the word FEST to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ Talk and Text line, 855-616-1620. Text FEST, F-E-S-T, and we will send you the link to check out the lineup and see the truly many, many, many bands. And I want to go to the Talk and Text line. Very glad that 847 Jim texted in. Jim texted, Sandy, this 59-year-old is excited to see Psychedelic Furs, English Beat, Paul Young, and others. They were all part of an alternative sound in the 80s. Oh, Jim, don't I know it? Because when I joined Wisconsin's Morning News on the morning that, just yesterday when the list came out, I have a category that I call gaspers. So these were the bands that I gasped when I went, oh, when I first skimmed the list yesterday at 6 a.m. before digging deep. My gaspers were Devo, Paul Young, The English Beat, Psychedelic Furs, Social Distortion. I've seen them several times, but still made a gasp. The Mission UK are all going to be there. And then, so that's to me the alternative side of the 80s. So if you like that style of music, the Producers are back again this year because the Producers were booked on that Saturday where the storm rolled through. And I think they'd played like one song and they had to be skedaddled off stage and everybody on the Summerfest grounds had to take shelter for an hour or two. And so they are going to be able to perform a full set at Summerfest this year, we hope. Producers, June 26th on the Uline stage. And if you like 80s pop, my guest director Dave Kang was just in here and he was talking about Richard Marx. That's 80s pop, July 4th on the Uline stage. And Rick Springfield, June 20th on the Uline stage. And Wang Chung, everybody have fun tonight, June 20th on the Uline stage. So if you like that 80s music, and if you're new to that 80s music, you get to see these true influential icons, because English Beat is going to be a great time. They're a ska band, a legendary ska band, June 26th at Generac, and they usually visit us either in the spring or in the winter. They play Turner Hall or Pabst Theater, so to be able to see ska music that you can bounce around and dance to outdoors is going to be fun. Paul Young is that kind of blue-eyed soul. He's June 20th at the Uline stage, and Devo, circle that, June 26th on the Uline stage. But I would love to know, because there's so many different styles of music. It is not just 80s. It is, for country fans, there are some big headliners like Lainey Wilson, but Jody Messina, she had #1 hits. She is going to be performing at the Uline stage on June 27th. Spyro Gyra, that is some jazzy fun right there. Debbie Lozgeyer and both that jumped out to us when we saw Spyro Gyra. They're going to be performing on June 28th at the Miller Lite Oasis. Lindsey Sterling, who is incredible with electric violin, and I feel like I've got some Lindsey Sterling music here somewhere, but she's an incredible performer who not only does she play electric violin, she dances on stage. She'll create videos while she's there and there we go. Thank you, Nate. This is called Crystallize. And she's just this compelling young musician who other musicians really respect and young people are really interested in, because she's this multi-instrumentalist and with this great energy. So Lindsey Sterling, I think her stage is going to be packed. That is going to be June 21st at the Uline stage. And if you're really into guitars, Gary Clark Jr., June 19th on the Miller Lite Oasis. That's the first Friday of Summerfest. He is incredible. I have not seen him live yet, so I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to see him live on June 19th at the Miller Lite Oasis. But everything I've seen him on PBS and music videos and documentaries, he just really compelling guitarist. And if you want to get gritty, George Thorogood and the Destroyers are coming back. They will be June 20th on the BMO Pavilion. Those are just some of the bands. There are so many more. So text the word FEST, F-E-S-T, and you will get up to date. Text FEST to the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. You'll get the lineup. You'll also get a link to some of the podcasts we've already done and a link to the Facebook Live that I did yesterday, taking questions and gushing about even more of the bands. But make the most of your Summerfest. We have the world's largest music festival here. We should lean all the way in and enjoy it. So still taking your suggestions. Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line, 855-616-1620. It is Valentine's Day weekend coming, and the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, as we're talking about music, has a very romantic way to celebrate with a very classic film. That's next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Here at Richlands, we offer both comfort service and expert service.
Our comfort service comes with movie theater popcorn, hot gourmet coffee, upfront pricing, on-time scheduling, plus anything else we can do to keep you comfortable.
Put that on top of honest service from the most friendliest, hard-working people you'll ever meet inside a tire and service center, and well, we'd like to believe we're on the right track to meeting your expectations.
But when your check engine light, tire light, or any other light screams, "Service me," well, that means you're due for our other type of service.
Our expert service. Tires, brakes, belts, mufflers, transmissions, and even engine repair.
Come on into Richlands and put our expert service to the test.
And while you're relaxing, enjoy our comfort services too. I'm Brett Matchke with Richlands, your
due for service.
Since 1964, we've changed your tires and so much more. Richlands Tire and Service, such a refreshing change. Richlands.
When your pipes burst, water heater's leaking, drains backing up, or whatever your plumbing problem is, the reliable plumbers at Quality are on hand 24/7 to fix your plumbing problem with fully stocked vehicles and lightning fast response times. This is Anthony Zanevsky. Call Quality first and get the signature service you deserve to fix your plumbing problem ASAP.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric. I don't have to tell you that a lot of dust and other junk collects in your ductwork. And it doesn't just sit there. It's blowing around in your home. And that jeopardizes your home health. The commercial industrial duct cleaning system we use at Quality darn near sucked the shirt right off our tech the first time he used it. Believe me, not everybody has this powerful of a system. It's unlike any other. At Quality, you get the best duct cleaning, period. So call Quality first for your duct cleaning needs.
For the signature service you deserve.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life.
Alleviate your pain, rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss. A sigh is just a sigh.
An iconic moment from an iconic film. That is a moment from the movie Casablanca, a movie that came out in 1942 but just lives on as a true classic. It was Academy Award winning in a lot of ways, including Max Steiner's Oscar-winning score. And I say that in that way because you have a chance to hear that score performed live with the film thanks to the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra. They are encouraging the romance with performances tomorrow night, Saturday night, and a Sunday matinee where you can watch Casablanca with the orchestra accompanying the film. And think of Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman and just that. It's absolutely, you can't imitate it. It's just, it really is this capsule of time and an action story and mystery and intrigue and romance and love triangles, you know, all the good stuff. But it really is a classic. And even if it's one of your favorite films and you stream it or own the DVD, seeing it on the big screen, you'll pick up on things that you hadn't noticed or reactions or see something in a background. It's a great way to experience a classic film. And this is also, you know, I just said 1942. This film was filmed to be seen on the big screen. It was well before anyone thought of VHS tapes, laser discs, DVDs, streaming on your phone. This is really the kind of alignment and the right layout to see a beautiful film like this. So Rick and Ilsa's romance, the visuals, the action during wartime. So it's music and magic, and it's a classy and unforgettable date night. If you surprised your honey by saying, hey, guess what? We're going to dinner and a show, and the show is Casablanca with the MSO, that'd be very special. And to hear Max Steiner's score, he also created the scores for Gone with the Wind and King Kong. So that music really creates magic in Casablanca, setting those tones for action and setting those tones for romance. And I'll tell you, if you haven't been in the Warner Grand Theater at the Bradley Symphony Center, beautiful. Just walking into that building is gorgeous. You've got the modern atrium that faces Wisconsin Avenue, but as you keep going into the theater, all the Art Deco refurbishment, it's really a beautiful space. And the song you just heard, As Time Goes By, the studio, as studios sometimes do, don't always make the smartest decisions. They wanted to get rid of that song. They wanted to cut it. But Ingrid Bergman had already finished filming, so they couldn't reshoot. So that song, which has become synonymous with Casablanca, stayed in. And also for film buffs, Humphrey Bogart was known as this action man all this time. Well, this was his first romantic leading role, because he's not that classic good-looking guy that with the chiseled good looks. He was had some character. So Humphrey Bogart became now considered a romantic lead. And, here's looking at you, kid. That line, he improvised well before Steve Carell in The Office. He improvised. He made it up while he was teaching Ingrid Bergman how to play poker in between takes. So these are all fun things that add to the lore of Casablanca, and you can experience it in person right there at the MSO and hear the music. And for fun, this is what the trailer sounds like. If you don't believe me, and me telling you about it is one thing. Here are some moments from the film.
Plane to Lisbon. Would like to be on it.
Why? What's in Lisbon?
Good clipper to America.
You know what this is? Something that even you have never seen.
Round up the usual suspects.
And search them for stolen documents.
May you see your papers?
Do something, you must help him!
I'd stick my neck out for nobody.
There is a man arrived in Casablanca on his way to America. Victor Laszlo.
Laszlo? The Nazis have been chasing him all over Europe.
Laszlo must never reach America. He stays in Casablanca.
I'm a saloon keeper. The problems of the world are not in my department. Why did you come back? To tell me why you ran out on me at the railway station?
If you only knew the truth.
I wouldn't believe you no matter what you told me.
You are our last hope. If you don't help us, Victor Laszlo will die.
Of all the gin joints and all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
In Casablanca, human life is cheap.
Play it once, Sam. Play as time goes by.
You must remember this. A kiss is just a kiss.
I hate this war so much. I don't know what's right any longer.
I just sometimes wonder if it's worth all this. I mean, what you're fighting for. Might as well question why we breathe.
You knew how much I loved you, how much I still loved you.
He's looking at you, kid.
And you can experience Casablanca, the film, with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra tomorrow night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. A romantic idea for Valentine's Day weekend, or just if you're a classic film buff, great way to see it. MSO.org is the place to go to make your plans to go. Hey, your chance to win Nary Milwaukee tickets for this weekend, that's next on WTMJ.
Tony Drake here from Drake & Associates. Big news. Our Retirement Ready radio show is moving to a new time slot. Catch us at noon every Saturday. At Drake & Associates, we craft tailor-made plans that not only meet your financial needs, but align seamlessly with your unique lifestyle. Tune in at noon on Saturdays and get retirement ready.
Drake & Associates, LLC is an independent investment advisory firm that offers a variety of different investment vehicles. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only and should not be construed as individual investment advice. Drake & Associates, LLC does not provide legal or tax advice.
What we've found is that when you have workers who feel valued, you get better results. This is why good people and good culture should matter to anyone looking for an exterior remodeling company they can trust. It's going to be your experience and the end result that gives you peace of mind, because you'll know your work was done by people who care. We realized early on that if we were going to change the reputation of this industry for the better, that finding good workers that you could trust to do great work was going to be the key. We're attracting good people every day because we take care of our people. We want to make sure they feel important because they are. And we're going to make sure you feel important and valued too, with excellent customer service and high quality work. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
If you want to add a unique and stunning feature to your home, decorative art glass can be used in a variety of ways to really increase its wow factor. Think of adding a wonderful work of stained glass art to some of your exterior windows, foyer, or front door entry. We can make sure the measurements fit spot on, and you don't even have to replace the glass. You can just add the art glass over the top. It will add some real ambiance that changes as the sun moves throughout the day. And a paint of protection too, which never hurts. Our decorative glass artists are delightful to work with, and they just might give you some ideas that you love, but never even thought of. There's so much of the same out there. Adding a customized work of stained glass art to one or more of your home's windows can really set it apart. This is Stacy Sinks with Les's Glass Service. If it's a new glass shower door, fogged or broken insulated glass replacement, or affordable glass and mirror home decor that you've been looking for, you just can't pass on Les's Glass. Les's Glass Service, serving all of southeastern Wisconsin. Find us at lesglassservice.com.
Hey, John Mercure here for Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. Their mission is to transform the culture of care. They specialize in caring for those with early to late-stage Alzheimer's or other related dementia symptoms, memory care issues. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living. I've been in their places. I love how they deal with people. It's about compassion and empathy at Azura. Kindness is at their core. 14 locations from the Mississippi to Lake Michigan, 4 here in the Milwaukee area. Wisconsin-based and family-owned. It's about kindness and care. It's Azura Memory Care and Assisted Living.
What's on Tap with Sandy Maxx is back on WTMJ.
The Killers are going to be at Summerfest 2025, one of the big headliners, and there's so much enthusiasm about that band. If you want to catch up on who has been announced, you can go back and listen to this podcast. How about that? Catch up on the What's on Tap podcast or go to WTMJ.com. We have an article all about the Summerfest announcements that came out yesterday. And a big thank you to Greg Fisher from Granite Peak Ski Resort, who shared the fun that's happening now that the snow has fallen there. And also Greg Marshall and Dave Kang of Greg Marshall Pops Out of the Trees Saturday night at Vivarium. Great guests. Really enjoyed our conversations. And I have fun guests lined up tomorrow as well. Aaron Boyd, artist of the new children's book, Valiant Vel, and other children's books, and he even wrote his own called Giving Good. Aaron Boyd is going to join me in the studio tomorrow. Also, it's Valentine's night tomorrow. You'll meet a creative couple here in Milwaukee, Andrew and Susan Varela. Plus, we're going to preview the SNL 50 Years TV special with the co-host of the podcast, Wasn't That Special? 50 Years of SNL. Scott Bertram will join us tomorrow. So join me at 6. And I'm going to leave you with some goodies. Who wants to win NARI Milwaukee Spring Home Improvement Show tickets? Tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, you can stroll around the Wisconsin State Fair Expo Center and get great inspirations and ideas and talk with contractors right there. You can buy tickets at narimilwaukee.org right now on the Siding Unlimited WTMJ talk and text line 855-616-1620. Callers number 10, 11, 12, and 13. 4 winners, 855-616-1620. If you'd like to win a free pair of tickets to the 2025 Spring Home Improvement Show from Nary, Milwaukee, 855-616-1620. Good luck, and thank you so much for listening to What's on Tap, sponsored by Visit Milwaukee. Anytime you want to catch up, the podcasts are ready for you. Just look up WTMJ's What's on Tap on your favorite podcast platforms or go right to WTMJ.com. Thanks again, and I will meet you back here tomorrow night at 6 on WTMJ.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Century 21 Benefit Realty has taken a huge step forward to tap into a global network of buyers. Maximum exposure to spotlight your unique home with our fine homes and estates marketing so you can sell it for the highest price. And with